What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia. I'm a certified personal trainer and I share all things health, fitness, and my lifestyle on here, on Instagram and on TikTok. So make sure you're subscribed and follow along. Today we are doing a little leg day vlog. I am currently doing my balance program on my app. Today is week 9, day 1. It's a leg day focusing mainly on hamstrings and glutes. Our garage gym is not completely done. I know I did share a pretty in-depth sneak peek in my last video, but we're still waiting on one floor mat that actually goes basically under where you all are standing on the tripod, and then also our treadmill, which is gonna go on this back wall. But other than that, we have pretty much everything. So full garage gym tour coming soon with all the details. I'll be linking everything. I'll be sharing all the info. So get excited for that. But today we're doing a leg day vlog. Also, you're definitely gonna be seeing Scotty in my gym videos. She always hangs out in the garage with me while I lift. But as you guys know, typically I start all of my workouts with a little 5 to 10 minute warm-up walk on the treadmill. That obviously can't happen today since our treadmill isn't here yet, but I did just get back in from our daily 3. Lately, I've been getting so many questions about what the daily 3 is, why I do it. It's just a daily 3-mile walk outside. I've been doing it since 2020, and I do it because I work from home, I work out at home. I don't really do anything that gets me a ton of steps or movement in. So if I want to get movement in, I have to be pretty intentional about it. And I also just love getting outside in the fresh air, in the sunshine, and moving my body first thing in the morning. So that is why I do the daily 3. And majority of my day is spent working at the computer. So if I don't get outside for my daily 3, I end the day with like 2,000 steps max. And I really don't pay attention to steps, but once again, I just love getting movement in. I love being outside. It's also great for our dog. She comes with me. But yeah, the daily 3 is just a 3-mile walk outside that I do every single day of my life. And in case you guys are interested in what the workout looks like on my app, I'll show you. Like I said, balance week 9, day 1, lower body lift. I'm gonna click start now. And here you can see the entire workout, starting with some glute activation, Landmine RDLs, and then we finish up with 2 different supersets. You can click into every single exercise. You see a demo for it. And then for the weighted exercises, which I will get to in 1 second, this is really hard to do, like looking in the camera. You can swipe up and record the weight that you lifted for that exercise. There's also tons of exercise cues. You can swipe to the next exercise, getting into this superset that is so brutal. It's part of the reason I'm vlogging today. This lift is so freaking tough. It's so good, but it's so tough. I just have to share it with you guys. And part of me thought it would be fun to like talk throughout this entire workout as if we're like in the gym together, a chatty little bestie workout. But that's not happening because it's leg day and you need music for leg day. So I'm putting on my JM Fit Mix Spotify playlist. If you have my app, go over to the extras tab and this playlist is actually linked, but it is called JM Fit Mix. Not to toot my own horn, but it's pretty popular. It has 262 saves. I didn't even know that. It's a very diverse playlist. Like, just be prepared if you haven't listened to it yet. It is quite possibly the most diverse workout playlist in the world, but it never disappoints. So I'm throwing this on. We're gonna get into some lower body active stretches, banded glute activation, and then the lift. I did bring our landmine attachment from our old squat rack because the landmine attachments are sold out online. But I don't think it's compatible with this rack because this is a different series rack, but I'll figure something out. All right, I typically choose like 4 to 5 different lower body active stretches to move through. So today we did some hamstring sweeps, some quad pulls, and then one that I always do is my rocking lunge trio. I just do a few reps on each leg. You rock out forward, diagonally into the side. This stretch has saved my hips. It truly makes such a difference. Then some side to side groin stretch, a little bit of hamstring to groin stretch, and then I always finish up with a standing pike. I don't know why, I just love it. And then it was time to get into some banded glute activation. This is my tightest / strongest resistance band, and I was feeling it. We had some good mornings, some squats, and some lateral squat walks. 10 reps each, 3 rounds through, and then it was time to get into the actual lift. So we started with 5 sets of 8 Landmine RDLs. I have the Landmine attachment just chilling on the ground and it worked perfectly, but you want to make sure you're sending your butt back as if you're trying to hit a wall or something behind you as you simultaneously hinge at the hips and slightly bend at the knees. You also want to make sure your core stays braced so that you don't risk harming your lower back. I think about bracing my core throughout every single exercise that I do. And then we moved into a superset, and let me just tell you, this superset is brutal. This superset will have you huffing and puffing. I didn't even want to edit this out because this is just my raw response and reaction to this superset right here. And it looks like I barely have any weight on the bar. That's because I really don't, but that's because this is the weight I needed to use in order to get through 4 sets of this superset. It was 10 barbell back squats immediately into 6 each leg barbell reverse lunges. Doesn't sound that bad until you're doing it, until you are in that moment and your legs and your glutes are screaming. You are literally going to be panting. This is not a cardio workout, but it feels like it's a cardio workout because that is how tough this is. And when I say no rest, I mean no rest. You just saw that. I did not re-rack the weight. I kept the weight on the bar and went right into the barbell reverse lunges. Once again, 10 squats and then 6 each leg of the reverse lunges. And you move through that superset 4 times through. Typically, I rest about 60 to 90 seconds between sets, but no rest between the 2 exercises. If you haven't tried this superset, I highly recommend. It is so brutal, but in the best way possible, and your legs and your glutes will thank you after the fact. And then finally, we finished up with another one of my favorite supersets because this one just burns your glutes in a whole different way. Dumbbell hip thrusts supersetted with dumbbell single leg hip thrusts. 10 reps for the normal hip thrusts and then 8 reps each leg for the single leg hip thrusts. If it's really hard to pick up one heavy dumbbell, I typically just like to stack 2 dumbbells on top of each other, as you guys just saw, and then I just use 1 dumbbell on the leg that is staying down for the single leg hip thrust. It's just what makes it easiest and what makes the exercise move smoothly. I was just waving to a neighbor as you saw there, but 10 hip thrusts, 8 each leg, single leg hip thrusts, no rest between. Your glutes will be on fire. By the 4th set, I was like literally, my glutes were screaming. I almost had to get rid of the weight completely because my glutes were just on fire. As you're about to see right here, this is exactly how I felt after completing this workout. And then what you're about to see is the reason I will always work out at home and have a garage gym. Because my dog can be there with me. Like, how cute is she? All right, workout complete. That was brutal, but in the best way possible. I love a leg day that just like destroys your lower body, and that did just that. And within my balance program, you see every single workout twice, once in the first half of the program and then once again in the second half of the program, but the reps and sets change in the second half to make things harder. And a lot of people ask me for progressive overload programs, but progressive overload is something you should always be incorporating, and progressive overload is incorporated into every single one of the programs I've ever put out on my app. Progressive overload is just any subtle tweak or adjustment you can make to the workout, to the exercise, to make it slightly harder for yourself. It can be increasing weight, it can be changing the reps, the sets, the rest periods, changing the tempo, adding a pause. Like, there are so many different little adjustments you can make to make it harder for yourself. And like I said, all my programs include progressive overload, typically by way of differing reps and sets and rest periods. It is up to you to increase the weight over time as you get stronger. I do not put like a prescribed weight for each exercise because everyone is different. Everyone has different strength levels. But I do share my rule of thumb for choosing weights, which is that you should choose a weight, or at least I choose a weight, where my last 1 to 2 reps of every single set are more difficult and slower than my first 1 to 2 reps, but still doable with near perfect form. For me, form is key. Like, at this point in my health and fitness journey, I am focused on quality movement and having as close to perfect form as possible, because when I am doing quality movement with near perfect form, I feel the exercises where I'm supposed to feel them. So I completely choose my weights based on feel rather than like an equation or a percentage of my 1 rep max. It's just easier for me, and some days I feel weaker, some days I feel stronger. So that is how I personally go about choosing weights. That's also what I suggest for a lot of my clients, because it is just easier and it really helps you bring that focus back to the form. But anyway, if you did that workout and you loved it, or if you just loved the look of it, then I highly recommend my balance program. Really any program on my app. I keep my programs very true to like me and my preferred training style, because I design my programs with certain goals that I have in mind. They're all designed for very specific reasons. And I always program out the entire thing, test the entire thing, make sure it accomplishes what it's designed to accomplish before ever releasing it to you guys. And my app subscribers get like first access to everything. They have full unlimited access to anything I ever put out. It goes onto my app first. All of my daily lifts, every single training program, all my favorite recipes, training education, nutrition advice, and my app users get one-on-one DM access to me, and those DMs are my priority. I check them every single morning, so it kind of gives that one-on-one personal training feel, just completely online. So if you haven't tried my app yet, I highly recommend. It is always linked down below. The first 7 days are completely free, and then after that you can choose to subscribe monthly for $14.99 a month, or annually for $99.99 a year, which to me is a complete no-brainer. But if you hate it, you can also cancel, like no purchase necessary at all. But of course, I hope you love it. But I'm gonna wrap this video up here because my legs are dying. I am starving. I need my post-workout meal, but I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.